Hello, my name is David Borgo, and I've been a professor of music at UC San Diego since 2002. In addition to being a jazz saxophonist, I am an ethnomusicologist and jazz historian with a passion for exploring the social, cultural, historical, and cognitive dimensions of music making around the world. I've been extremely fortunate to travel throughout the United States, Europe, Asia, Africa, and Latin America, both performing and leading student groups, and I would be thrilled to spend the summer in Paris with you, exploring the nightclubs, restaurants, concert venues, and cafes that were once frequented by African American jazz pioneers. Paris was the first city outside of the United States to embrace jazz, and it has maintained a special relationship with the music ever since. In addition to the wonderful Creole clarinetist and saxophonist Sidney Bechet, who lived in France for decades, we will learn about James Reese Europe, whose Harlem Hellfighters regimental band received great acclaim throughout France for introducing the sounds of jazz as early as 1918. Ada Bricktop Smith, the nightclub owner, entertainer, and grande dame of the nightclub scene in Montmartre, which between the wars became something of a second Harlem. Also Josephine Baker, an entertainer originally from St. Louis, Missouri, who relocated to Paris in the 1920s and was soon idolized for her exotic beauty and energetic performances. French audiences called her Black Venus, Black Pearl, or Creole Goddess. As Josephine's performing career was waning, she became active in the civil rights movement and adopted 12 children from all over the world into her Rainbow Tribe to demonstrate that children of different colors, religions, and nationalities could thrive together. We will also learn about homegrown talent in France, such as gypsy guitarist Django Reinhardt, who despite losing 2 fingers on his left hand in a fire as a child, developed one of the most prodigious techniques on the instrument. Django teamed up with violinist Stéphane Grappelli to form a quintet that became the house band at the Hot Club of France in the years leading up to World War II. Rebellious French youth known as Zazus danced to the swing rhythms of French jazz during the war as a symbol of resistance to Nazi occupation and racism. And after the war, French audiences continued to embrace jazz, even in its most experimental forms. The story of how jazz was adopted and assimilated and adapted in the French context is truly fascinating. In addition to lectures, we will have live music in class and will screen several important documentaries and films, including Paris Blues, starring Paul Newman and Sidney Poitier, as expatriate jazz musicians living in France in the 1960s. I have a passion for global education, and the other study abroad programs I've been involved in have really been the highlight of my educational career. So I look forward to spending time in Paris with you, exploring the many venues, restaurants, nightclubs, where jazz flourished and continues to flourish. The 2 courses I'll be teaching, Music 8 GS and Music 150 GS, count for numerous requirements on campus. They're both pre-approved for the campus-wide diversity, equity, and inclusion requirement. Music 8 GS satisfies fine arts requirements in several colleges, ERC, Marshall, Muir, and Revelle. Music 150 satisfies the college upper division significant writing requirement and also counts towards the music major or minor. It also, in 6th college, can count towards the college practicum, since the final project we'll be involved in is collaboratively organizing, arranging, and promoting a live jazz concert at a local Parisian venue.
You're live. What are you guys doing?
Last minute prep. Procrastination after that.
So, there's no need, you don't have to be able to speak French to take the class. You don't have to play music or read music. All you need to do is love jazz and love learning. You don't even have to love jazz. You just have to have an interest in understanding and exploring the history of jazz in Paris. I'd love to meet with you at an upcoming informational session or to respond to email or grab a coffee. I really look forward to sharing information with you and hopefully sharing a wonderful summer experience in Paris, France together.
Filled with memories of that golden smile, not in dreams.